17.
That's 90% of my problem.
So this guy, you know, I was kind of busting on Gio a little bit earlier. You could certainly do this at drawing the whole thing, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just more work for you. What I would tell you is that there is a pretty quick way to do this. And the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to say, look, I know that the outer portion of this thing is a diameter circle. So I'm going to go diameter, and this particular one, they tell me, is the 2.4. So that's a pretty good start. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put in center lines. And you're going to notice that this guy runs right through the middle, right? Each way. And so as I do this, I'm going to lay in this center line. And I'm going to do it from the quadrant so it goes all the way across each way. So there's the horizontal one, and there's the vertical one. Okay? So those are useful because if you guys remember, you used offset, and that was a really easy way to lay in specified distances using an existing line. So for this one, I know that this gap is 0.3, right? So I can offset that, what?
0.15.
Yeah, so I'm gonna offset half of that, okay? So these guys, I'm gonna say, look, I'm gonna offset, it's gonna ask me for the specified distance, and I'm just gonna take half of that, so 0.15, enter, and I'm gonna lay this guy in above and below. And from here, what I can do is I can say, look, I also want to offset this way, right? They tell me this gap is 0.6. So again, I know that if I take half of that, I can offset this line 0.3, right? So half of the 0.6. And I'm going to go each way. And there's my gap. So from here, all I'm going to do is a bit of trimming in order to get the center section here. But you're also going to notice that there is this guy, right? And this guy. And so I can also offset those. I have this center line here, and I could say, look, I want to offset this line, but how far do I want to go up? I want to go up from the center, see that? 0.6. Does that make sense? So I'm going to go here, I'm going to go 0.6. And I'm going to use that same one up here and down here. And again, this is just a bunch of trimming now. So it's kind of hard to see through the forest of the trees, so to speak. But I want to get rid of a whole bunch of these chunks.
I'm not doing something right with the offset.
One sec. So that should give me, you can kind of see it. I'm going to leave some of this so you can kind of see the development of it for those of you that are struggling a little bit.